It is also so interesting. I think as an artist, you have always stood by what you've believed in. And whether artists are persecuted for their words later, but you've not cared for that. I want to know, does that make your life difficult? Because I know recently also you put out this really heartfelt post when it came to about your band members for a certain post. And for years and years, you went through so much of discussion because you've always upheld what you've believed in. You've supported people and especially the oppressed. How was that phase for you?
Well, I feel like people are, well, not people, but just the world now is very fast and quick and immediate. And I feel like, sadly, the world fails to look things with a big perspective and in the long term. And because a lot of things, as we all know, are much bigger than a small thing.
Mm.
Like sometimes a conflict looks smaller than it is, but in reality it goes way back, and each side has like it's always more complicated than you think, and then I think too. And I think when I write my support for matters in the world, that I try my best for being from Norway and my age to understand. Not that my age anymore is an excuse, because now I'm soon 30, but like you try your best to understand everyone always in any argument, any war, any conflict, and just to try where to understand where any evil comes from. And then you say what you mean in the moment. And if and sometimes it makes sense in the moment for some people. Sometimes it doesn't make sense then and there, but in the long term it does. So to be when I know myself what my plan is or what I'm trying to say, when my words come from a safe rooted place in me, it's hard to be scared of how the world answers, because you know where it comes from. As long as it comes from kindness, you're gonna be okay.